Okay, so today we're going to deep dive into something pretty cool. Zimbabwean totems.
Right.
Specifically the Shumba totem, which represents the lion. But there's a twist.
Okay.
These totems aren't just some random symbols. They're like super important to a clan's identity. You know, their values, their history, the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about the Shumba totem that's really interesting is it's got all these, like, subgroups.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
That makes sense.
Each with their own, like, origin story and meanings and stuff. So it gets pretty complex.
Okay, so that leads us to the Shumba Samaita, or also called the Tembo Shumba.
All right.
I get this. It's a zebra lion.
Right.
I mean, a zebra lion. That's gotta be a story.
Yeah.
So how did this zebra lion, like, end up representing these people? Is there, like, a story behind it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So the lion, like, embodies those classic qualities, you know, strength, courage, leadership, all that. But when you bring in the zebra, it gets really interesting. You get the beauty, the elegance, the harmony. But to really get this blend, we gotta look at the Mutasa people. Okay? They're from Manicaland, which is in eastern Zimbabwe, and they're the ones that claim the Shumba Samaita as their emblem.
Wow, all the way to Portugal.
Oh yeah, definitely. The story goes back to the 1700s to a guy named Tendai. He was the son of Mutasa, who was like this powerful ruler and trader. He even had connections to Portugal.
Interesting.
Yep. And Tendai was super into textiles.
You know, it's funny to think about trading textiles back then. Like, that must have been a whole different game.
They're a big part of his trading activities.
I wonder what kind of stuff they were trading. Was there anything specific that Tendai was known for trading?
Oh, totally.
Makes sense.
Well, the specifics of all the goods they traded aren't super clear, but it was probably a mix of things. You know, like ivory and gold, maybe even some agricultural products.
So that connection to textiles and, you know, global trade, that probably played a key part in the development of the Shumba Samaita.
And they would trade those for fine fabrics and other luxury items from the Portuguese?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah. It's like they wove the strength of the lion with the elegance of the zebra, and all against this backdrop of international trade. It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's really fascinating to see how these different cultural threads came together.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
It is. But how did those ideas actually become a totem? That's a good question.
So what's the praise poem for the Tembo Shumba like?
Well, that's where the praise poems come in. They're not just descriptions. They're like stories, almost like oral histories that capture the essence of the totem and what it means to the clan.
He said it was unusual.
Well, the fascinating thing about it is that it doesn't just focus on the lion's ferocity, you know, like you might expect.
Really?
It is. It actually highlights the zebra.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Right. So it's not just about the animal itself, it's about the people, their history, and their values. So the Tembo Shumba becomes this symbol of their journey. A blend of strength and beauty rooted in their past, but also showing their adaptability. I mean, this has been an awesome deep dive. It really makes you think. If you had to pick a totem animal to represent you, what would it be? What qualities would you want it to have? It's amazing how much history and meaning is packed into these symbols.